Jim, defeat here at the Oval this afternoon, it feels a little bit like deja vu up here recently, and that there's very little in the game, but ultimately we're on the wrong end of it.
Yeah, listen, certainly think 2-0 flatters them. Uh, Granted, they've scored the second one in injury time. When we were chasing the game, we've obviously went down to 10 men because we've used our substitution, and Ram McNichols get injured, and we haven't been able to bring another body on, unfortunately. So it was always going to be difficult. Like I say, we were chasing the game as it was. To then go down to 10 men, it's difficult and makes it that wee bit more harder. But certainly there was absolutely nothing in the game today at all. I think open play, there was very, very little in it. Yes, they had a run of corners and stuff like that. We're disappointed with the goal. Don't even think Jordan Jenkins knows anything about it. He's charged into a box, it's hit him in the shin, and it's rolled in. But certainly from our point of view, it's come in at chest height. We haven't attacked the ball. We can do all the preparation in the world. We can do all the organisation, but when you don't go and attack a ball in your own 6-yard box, you leave yourself wide open. And I think when you flip it, some of our deliveries today from set pieces were poor. We had one on the money, and we had nobody attacking the ball. And it's come right across their 6-yard box, and we haven't attacked the ball. So, like I say, you can do all the preparation in the world. We can give out the finer detail that we're expecting players to do. Ultimately, it's over to them to do it on the pitch. And I think that was 2 key moments today that ultimately leads to a defeat.
Yeah, was that the difference in both boxes, and that we conceded another goal from a set piece, another goal from a cross, which is disappointing. And for us, we started to work our way into the game at times, but as you say, there just wasn't that final ball, that final pass to create a chance.
I think it's just sometimes I wouldn't say the lack of cutting edge, it's the movement. I sometimes think that we lack that movement in certain times when we get the ball into a certain area of the pitch, and then it's almost a reaction. So it's like we'll react to the ball instead of being proactive and trying to anticipate where you think the ball's going to go, and that's usually a striker's instinct. I think, but at 1-0 we're still well in the game. Ram McNichol has had a great opportunity. I'm going to be honest with you, I think it's a penalty kick. Josh Kelly, for me, handles the ball, hits his elbow, and anywhere else in the pitch it's blown up and given as a free kick. But I think that summed up our afternoon, because any 50-50, everything went their way. But you got to expect that when you come to these teams. That just seems to be the way it goes. And it's, like I say, I'm disappointed, because that was the difference. If we get the penalty, which like I said, I do believe it's a penalty kick, or Ram puts it away, you're at 1 each. And then obviously a couple of minutes later, again, I think there's a free kick, and Kim Nelson on the far side. Referee has played on, and Ram McNichol has then popped the shoulder at the opposite end of the pitch, and that's in the space of 5 seconds. So I certainly think we were on the receiving end of a few today, and then we lost the game, the second goal so late on. But like I say, we went with 2 up front at that stage. We went to a 4-3-2. We were very reluctant to sort of just play with the 1, because we were chasing the goal. So you leave yourself open, and like I say, they've broke away, and again, it's not a sloppy goal from our point of view, but when you've tried to go for it, you do leave yourself open.
Yeah, you've mentioned Ryan didn't look in a great way going off early days, of course, for that one, but as you've already mentioned, that we were down to 10 men given the subs on, when you're really trying to fight for a goal, and next thing you know, you're down to 10 men. It just really sums it up.
Yeah, and I think it's harder too, because it's not a red card. Do you know what I mean? So it's come from an injury, that an noxious sort of fall on the pitch. He's popped his shoulder, and he's in a bad way in there, which doesn't help us, because it then goes on to the long list of injuries that we have. It's part and parcel of football, but like I say, when I think it's well documented now that we're down key players in certain positions, particularly midfield, and we've had Patrick and Donal out for a long time. We haven't had Josh available at all season. And then we lost James Hood and Jack O'Reilly last week in a game, and now we've lost Rand today. So it's frustrating, it's disappointing. There's nothing you can really do about it. You can't control it. They're not, touch wood, they're no muscle injuries. They're all impact injuries, and they're all injuries that have happened in games of football. So we just got to lick our wounds. We've got to hope to try and get some bodies back this week. We'll not know what that's going to entail until we get back in on Tuesday evening and see where we are recovery-wise. But I'll hopefully have 2 or 3 of them back for next Saturday.